56-year-old McCree, who's married with 2 children, admitted to an ongoing affair with 31-year-old Judicial Mott, a woman he first met in his courtroom when she appeared as a complaining witness against her son's father in a child support case. But rather than recusing himself from her case after the affair began, Judge McCree stayed on for an additional 6 months and admitted to discussing the case with Mott outside of the courtroom. Mott eventually reported the affair to the local media. And now on the stand, Judge McCree tells the Judicial Commission his interest in Mott began the minute she walked into his courtroom.
I confess she was an attractive, striking woman, and, she caught my eye. Here's a 6-foot tall woman in stiletto heels and, all the bells and whistles. And I am setting her apart from the rank and file that come through the courtroom.
When describing the looks of the typical rank and file of his docket, the judge didn't hold back.
Paragraph 76 of the complaint. You're talking about the docket from hell, filled with tatted up, overweight, half-assed, English-speaking, gap-toothed, slang.
Correct.
3 months after their initial meeting in court, Mott and Judge McCree began a sexual relationship.
I'm a middle-aged man. She was a young woman. She was pretty, and I'll admit I was excited. I don't want to say that the water came to the horse, but I must say she certainly was coming on to me with an ease that surprised me. It thrilled me.
Details of their affair were shared with the court, including that the two engaged in sexual activities in the judge's chambers.
Between May and November of 2012, did you engage in sexual conduct with Judge McCree?
Yes, I did.
Numerous times?
Yes.
At least twice at the Westin Hotel?
Yes.
How about Judge McCree's marital home?
Yes.
But according to McCree, the relationship soured as Mott became more demanding of his time.
If I had a minute, she wanted an hour. If I had an hour, she wanted an afternoon. If I had an afternoon, she wanted an evening. In many of these matters, you got to tell her what she wants to hear, or she continues to sweat you, or sweat me, as was a nice but demanding woman that she was. She always wanted, the next biscuit.
Now, guys, Good Buddy is a wild boy. And when I saw this come across my news feed, I was like, yo, I gotta talk about this. Because obviously this is within the umbrella of the topics I talk about. This guy being a family court judge, 3rd Circuit Court judge in Wayne County, Michigan, the Detroit area, if I'm not mistaken. And this dude is off the... Y'all heard how he was speaking? How he was talking? How he was just like... He was just so candid with how he was delivering this. Like, he was like... Yeah, rank and file. Like, he was speaking in military jargon, and she was just so beautiful, 6 foot with stilettos, and it seemed easy, and bringing water to the horse and all this stuff like that. But I'm going to give you guys a little bit more information. Obviously, this happened about 12 years ago. You feel me? And what's interesting about this gentleman, he was 56, she was 31. Which I don't know how it was a felony case for child support, but I guess it got to that. My knowledge of child support is very limited, even though I've been through the whole situation with that, with divorce and everything. But he was a family court judge, and for those of you who don't know, family court judges have unlimited power. They can make up rules. They can do whatever they want at the end of the day. They don't have to follow any policy or anything. They can just make decisions as they see fit. And that's what's, out of all judges, family court judges can do whatever they want. So in this case, his father was a judge. He's a judge as well. He was married, had 2 kids, as they say. He was, 25 years older than her at the end of the day, 31, he's 56. But women are hypergamous. They like a man with authority. And the fact that this man pulled this off where he was clapping the cheeks, and she probably thought it was exciting, that he's helping out in the case. And don't think judges are already crooked, especially in family court. They're just terrible. And he's sexting her. I think he sent her a topless one, or was it a bailiff? I think he sent a married bailiff. Like, He sent a married bailiff like a picture of him without his shirt. This Geniene Mott came before the court with her baby daddy, Robert Mott, claiming that Good Buddy owed her child support. And she did quid pro quo. She exchanged the cheeks for the ruling for him to slam this dude. Also, obviously, in his chambers, discussing the case, talking all this other stuff with her, which is, there's a Latin term for it, which I'm not about to look up, that you can't talk to judges outside of the courtroom as the plaintiff or defendant, for lack of a better term. But attorneys do it all the time, right? Attorneys can talk to, because they're part of practicing law, the prosecutor and the defendant or whatever have you, either side, they can talk to the judges all day about your case and all this foolishness, which is insane to me. All this is a racket. But she discussed this. My man started clapping the cheeks around 2012. He didn't disqualify himself or recuse himself from the situation. Sending text messages to her, "You are the complaining witness on a case that is before me. Naturally, if it got out that we were seeing each other before your baby daddy's case closed, everybody could be in deep-ish." So after clapping the cheeks, my man was squirting and he got her pregnant. And that's where this whole thing came up, where she reported him. And for those of you guys who know, when you try to report an attorney to the bar or a judge to the Supreme Court, they're not gonna take your side. They're always gonna they're not even gonna do an investigation. And supposedly they have this insurance, attorneys, legal, judges or whatever, and they're not gonna take your side. They're gonna always side with the attorney in cases. It's just the way it happens. And that's what happened to him. Even though he got removed from the bench eventually, he was conducting himself, doing all this crazy stuff, accusing her of stalking. Because once you cross that line with these people, bro, you was clapping somebody that you were overseeing her case. That's insane to me. I'm pretty sure it happens often. You feel me? But he was also doing favors for one of her cousins, where he signed an order for the reduction of the bond for, I guess, one of the crimes that was committed. But at the end of the day, you can't do anything to judges and attorneys. But this dude, I guess, and he knows that too. That's why he was speaking so candid about this. He was almost happy when they were questioning him. It's insane to me, man. But hey, he won't be the first judge and he won't be the last to do it. So let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.